I cannot believe what we just witnessed after the most improbable comeback. The San Jose Sharks win a game for the first time in 35 days with production from the guys you knew you'd get production from. Tyler Toffoli, and maybe some guys you weren't so sure. Jack Thompson scoring in front of his family. There is so much unbelievable stuff to break down as the Leafs are now 27-0-1 when heading into the third with a lead. We got to break down everything that just happened and some very interesting line changes, plus an update from Elliot Friedman on Sharks trade talks, all on this episode of Sharks Digest. You're going to want to stick around, but guys, just a quick reminder, we passed 1,000 subs. We could not be more grateful, but I know a lot of you, a huge portion of you, like over 75% are still not subscribed to this channel. We got all the latest San Jose Sharks news, rumors, reports, even sometimes game reactions just like this. Click the subscribe button down below. Just double check if you're subscribed. Let's get right into the video. Thank you so much for being here. We haven't done a ton of post games on this channel, but you know what? If a game ever deserved it, this was one of them. Look, feel free to pause, take a look at the box score. This was something incredible to witness. I'm going to make the box score bigger for you guys. My goodness. What can be said that hasn't already been said pretty much everywhere online? The Sharks down 2-0, taking some pretty rough penalties, you know, some power play goals that Matty Nyes won so late with what, 4.5 seconds left to rally after that. That's something that I feel like, you know, we've seen occasionally in the past, but it feels like forever, first of all, since the Sharks got a win. But to get it in that fashion, to have that life, when you're down 2-0 heading into the third period, to come back and do what you need to do to get this win, to give the Leafs their first loss of the season going into the third with a lead like that is unbelievable. And you got production from a bunch of guys across the whole line of people having the role that they need to play. Look at, like, I'm just going to shout out a couple unsung, I don't know if I want to say unsung heroes, but like Ty Dellandrea, 7 hits in this game. Luke Kunin putting on a show. We'll talk about him a little bit later with 4 hits. Okay, maybe not putting on a show. You know, he did take a couple minor penalties, but whatever. Mario Ferraro, 7 PIMs as well. You know, like, we had a lot of guys showing off not only their trade value, but showing off why the Sharks have this mix of veteran and young guys to get the job done. And who else can we start with other than Tyler Toffoli? Tyler Toffoli, look, well, we'll bring up Luke Kunin in a bit. But Tyler Toffoli, these are actually the stats before tonight's game because our stat graphic didn't update in time to record this video because I just got so excited we needed to record it. But now he's up to 40 points, right, in 59 games with 23 goals. I'm seeing people say just put the C on him. Like, and honestly, like, sometimes it's hard to disagree. Like, Celebrini's going to get that eventually down the road. But my goodness, like, his performance there, we're just going to roll the highlights again. Now, this is going to be Zetterlund, and then it's going to be the other goal after. But Toffoli is such an injection of life into this team. What an amazing guy to have on your team. Right now, he's bounced around from team to team. Last year was 2 teams. Look at this, getting to the front of the net, knowing where he needs to be. Side note, what a pass from Alexander Wennberg, who went out and put up 2 assists again today. Might I also add, we got to talk about Jack Thompson in a second as well, but might I also add that Alex Wennberg, like, he didn't start the game with Toffoli's line. Like, it was what Macklin Celebrini and Toffoli was the planned line in this game, and then things kind of switched around a bit, and partway through the game, it seemed like Celebrini and Wennberg kind of switched lines, and sure enough, Wennberg and Toffoli connect for the goal. And honestly, yeah, like, Celebrini and Will Smith looked really good together as well. I mean, look, I don't know how much time we have to get into every good thing that happened, but that's what the comment section's for. I can't cover absolutely everything. Let me know what you guys thought down below right now. Leave your thoughts. I know a lot of you are hyped, but just again, a side note, Celebrini and Will Smith, like, when they share the ice together, I don't know, they look really, really dangerous, which is, like, at their age is kind of insane to even say how good they look. So yeah, great stuff there. But there was production from a bunch of people. Shakir even getting an assist, but Jack Thompson, what an amazing story there. His family was there, and he got that goal as well. We'll roll this again. Look, our boy Zets with that shootout win. Unbelievable stuff. Like, it's so demoralizing for the Leafs. You know, like, 35 days, this huge losing streak. Oh, I can't get over how amazing this is. But Jack Thompson getting that goal as well in front of his family. There are so many storylines in this game. And there's so many feel-good stories, right? Like Toffoli, that vet who's on this team for that vet presence, coming out and still getting that goal-scoring production. He could finish the season with 30 goals. You get Jack Thompson, the feel-good story in front of his family. You get Zetterlund winning that in the shootout. You see Celebrini back. We were worried about the injury, but most importantly, the comeback when all the odds were stacked against you. To have this young team come back, fight their way back into this game, and to get that win in the way that they did it was absolutely unbelievable. Like, I have a bunch of notes. Oh yeah, there's one more guy I got to talk about. I forgot to mention our boy in net, Alexander Georgiev, Tukiev tonight. Look, Alexander Georgiev haters are quiet right now. Well, I'm somewhat of an Alex Georgiev hater. Look, sue me, right? I think a lot of us are. But I don't know about hater. Like, the dude's just doing what he needs to do, I suppose. But right now, he finished this game with a better save percentage than his opponent for the first time since January 14th. 48 days later, he's done it, and of course, against Toronto. And hey, if you didn't know, this is a tweet. Go follow Max Miller on Twitter, by the way. Like, Max Miller is one of the best follows if you want any kind of Sharks content. But for your information, this was coming into the night. Alexander Georgiev has performed very well in Toronto in his career. 4-1-0 in 5 games with a 2.56 GAA and a 926 save percentage, and boy did he ever back that up tonight again with 25 saves on 27 shots, 926 save percentage, 7 power play saves. Like, I know there was a couple power play goals, but he made some huge, like, without him tonight, this game is not a Sharks win. Like, what a great game from Georgiev, and just had to throw this in at the end here. You just lost to the San Jose Sharks. You did. It's what happened. I'm not sorry about it. What a game. Unbelievable stuff. But surprisingly, that's not all I got to talk about in this episode, because I felt like I wanted to talk about some trade rumors because of the opponent tonight, and that's the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I want to bring this up here. So this is from 32 Thoughts, the podcast today, and I take a lot of this stuff from NHL Watcher, but you can go listen to Elliot Friedman himself. But Friedman said, quote, "One of the reasons I think Toronto has been around on Kunin is they would really like to get a right shot center, especially for the penalty kill." And there were a lot of scouts, a lot of reps at this game tonight. Like, look, the Sharks were right there. They didn't really necessarily need to, whatever, send a rep. Like, you're seeing all this stuff go on. But Toronto has been looking at Luke Kunin right now. So, well, let's take a look at Luke Kunin's stats. Honestly, for good reason. Kunin has been having a very solid season, especially someone who, if you want to fit him into your bottom 6 and play him at a center role, he can absolutely do it. He's going to be out there. He's going to be laying the body whenever he can. He's going to take some penalties, but, he's going to get under the opponent's skin a lot of the time. Luke Kunin has proven, like, honestly, there's a reason he has the A. He's had the A on his chest for a couple of years. Like, he's one of those guys that you just absolutely love to have on your team. And one of those guys, like, that's just the stereotypical trope, right? Oh, you love to have him on your team. You hate to play against him. But it's true, right? In a team like Toronto, hey, we saw it tonight. Imagine if they had a Luke Kunin in their lineup, right? You never know. It can make a difference, especially come playoff time. So I wanted to highlight this because even in the midst of this here, Toronto got a pretty good look at Luke Kunin tonight. I mean, look, he went out. How many minutes did he play tonight? 16:30, which is pretty good. Again, took some penalties, but had 2 shots, had a block shot, had 4 hits. Like, he was doing his thing. 2 minutes of penalty kill time, a minute of power play time. He's versatile. Toronto got to see a guy who's worth, hey, maybe a pretty penny if they're willing to pay the price for him. There's not that many great bottom 6 style centers out there right now. We got like Jake Evans in Montreal. We got Luke Kunin. Those are the main guys. You can hear some talk about like Trent Frederick. I'm just saying, like, trade talks are coming still for the San Jose Sharks. We've heard a lot about Nico Sturm. We've heard a lot about Luke Kunin. Even Mario Ferraro, who went out and, again, just proved that he can eat a lot of minutes, be a physical guy, and, be a thorn in the opponent's side as well. So, look, we're only a few days away from the trade deadline, but things are going to happen. You have to assume for the Sharks, at least on the Kunin and Sturm front. Ferraro, who knows? Maybe he'll stick around. I wouldn't mind seeing him stick around, but it depends on the offer, right? So anyway, I want to hear all your guys' thoughts on this game, the trade deadline, all the latest reports and stuff like that. Hey, this is the spot to be, and I want to share this experience with you guys, but that'll do it for this episode of Sharks Digest. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and most importantly, double check that you're subscribed to the channel. It's completely free, and we got Sharks content like this all season long. I've been your host, Josh Gosse. We'll catch you in the next one. Whew, what a win.